Alright guys, what's simple, what's after recording live? I'm going to do a couple of how-tos. One, I'm going to teach you how to do, first off, teach you how to do a pinch. Better not be for me, I swear to God. Who? Thank God. I do a giant pinch. Don't look at what's in my thumbnail or index fingernail. Okay? I get this big pinch. You go across the bottom of that, get a real big pinch, and you do this until you feel it go close to half or something like that. And that's out, and that right there on the end of my finger, a little more actually, about like that, or into my thumb. You see it go a little bit more than half. That's a regular pinch right there in my thumb. You screen cap that and you show that. That should be about a regular pinch. And you do 3 of these onto some beans. Boil your first quart of water. Bring it to a boil. And then, oh. God damn it, people always want to. Yeah, they could. This thing picks up fucking everything. I get bitched about it in the Discord servers I'm in for having background noise. Might as well smash this son of a bitch and just get over with. That way I'll have nothing to do. Anyway, first quart of water you bring to a boil, you pour over them after you do those 3 pinches like I showed you as a regular pinch. 2 of those pinches of that size will fill up an 1/8 teaspoon measurement spoon all the way. A pinch should ideally be half that much. That's ideally. So I did a big pinch, cut it down by a little bit more than half and showed it on the thumb. Now, 3 of those. Now, after you get that, and the beans are heated up, that they start to crinkle, and you do the rest of the way with just hot tap water or hot filtered water or warm filtered water, either one. But ideally, you want filtered water that you can cook with. Now, when you let these fuckers soak overnight. And I'll show you. You let them soak overnight. You let them stir it up. I see the discoloration has gotten decreased, so that's a potential. And see how the beans crinkle up in there? This method reduces lectins in beans and grains. This is the easiest approach. That's why I make, when I do corn grits and quinoa, that's the method I use for my quinoa and grits with cheese I showed you in the previous video, folks. That's what I do. Now, the next thing to consider, once this is actually done, you let these soak overnight, and then when you get up the next day, and you strain it off, you rinse them off thoroughly, then you take them, put them in a pot of water, ideally over a high-performance single coil burner like this, or a better performance if you can find one, or on a stovetop ideally. You boil them on high for 30 minutes. For 30 minutes ideally, and let them rest for 5 to 15 minute range, depending on how much. Then you cut and turn. Then you turn them back on, and then cook them for the next 2.5 to 3 hours. After that, eliminates the majority, like at least at a minimum of 90% of the lectins in the beans themselves. And this is a half a cup each. This is a half a cup of red kidney beans, dark or light. Dark's got more color, more antioxidant pigment. And 1.5 cups of pintos. So that is 2 cups of beans as a whole to do this in. And that's how you cook them down. And then once you boil them and you season them with a little bit of cayenne pepper, a little salt, a little black pepper, a little garlic, a little onion, and if you want, a little chipotle and ancho chili seasoning, chipotle powder and ancho chili powder, to add that little just smokiness to it. Just a little heat, not much. Then you add a few pinches of wormseed herb, also known as epazote. Maybe I mispronounced that other word, but we call it wormseed, just for the hell of it. And as a result, and when you can do, the reason I got these 2 jars, simple, very simple reasoning. Easy peasy reasoning. Coconut oil. I might ideally use 50-50 of bacon fat and coconut oil, simply because of heat stability and the saturated fatty acid contents are short, medium chain, which means they burn off faster. And the starch. I mean, it's mostly the starch as it causes the fire, but starch content in all the lectins as a whole are reduced in this pre-soaking and boiling method. So if you got a work schedule, just do these in the morning, and then when you get home, you can strain them and do it, and then strain them, rinse them, put them on the cooking, and then what you have if you want to do refried beans, or get somebody else to do them for you. This method, the reason it reduces inflammation cofactors and anti-nutrient factors completely. Phytates are completely gone with this method, with this soaking and cooking, boiling method for the beans. And, now this will get rid of this by itself will get rid of all the beans, and all the lectins and phytates in the grains. Completely useful, and might reduce some of the starch content as a whole as well, reducing glycemic load by a bit. Now there's to be completely vegan, you can replace that bacon fat with a little avocado oil. As long as you do sautéing heat levels, only sautéing for the refrying beans part, for the fat frying part, in this big skillet. Either you can use a non-stick ceramic that's non-toxic, stainless steel, enameled cast iron, or black cast iron pan or saucepan or skillet. Avoid Teflon and aluminum. Those are the 4 main ones you want to cook with. Black cast iron, enameled cast iron, stainless steel, or non-toxic non-stick ceramic. Now the next thing is don't you just heat them up in the skillet until you get the oil with a little of the fat in there until they're all done, like cooked together.
What's that?
The refried beans after you blend them.
I put cheese on, stick them in.
I'm talking about just by themselves.
You can.
I'm saying that's what you do when you cook them after you blend. Well, anyways, you get a Ninja blender or something, that really good blender that blends that shit up really well. You add a little bell pepper to it too. Cook a little bell pepper if you want as well. But yeah. I will see you guys later.